What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to the video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2024 Coca-Cola 600. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Cup Series says the Charlotte Motor Speedway for one of the big crown jewel events, which will have the Monaco Grand Prix, the Indianapolis 500, and the Coca-Cola 600, which is the longest race on every NASCAR Cup Series schedule. The last time we ran the Coca-Cola 600 in 2023, we saw Ryan Blaney pick up his first victory of the 2023 season. He'll be looking to pick up his first win of 2024 this weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So now let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before I go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is literally really interesting. It's going to be 88 degrees high with 68 degrees low with a 40% chance of scattered thunderstorms. Weather could be a factor throughout the weekend, but it also could go away as time goes on. But weather could be a major factor for this year's Coca-Cola 600, just like last year's. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks work on the channel. I usually do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who've been having bad runs lately. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers I expect them really well in under front equipment or need a good run this weekend. And I do my winner's pick, the driver they think is going to win the race overall. And then I usually do 5 drivers you need to watch out for the Cup Series. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the 2024 Coca-Cola 600? My first suck pick for the Coke 600 is a driver of the 21 car for the Wood brothers, Harrison Burton. Harrison Burton has been struggling immensely throughout the 2024 season. He only has 1 top 10 finish so far, and I believe only has 2 top 20 finishes throughout the first 13 races of the 2024 season. On top of that, as well as a lot of rumblings and rumors about his future, and I'm uncertain he'll be back in the 21 next year. With all that pressure going on currently at the moment, I think it sadly is going to affect him, and unfortunately, I do not think Harrison Burton is going to run well. I think he sadly struggles this weekend at Charlotte Motor Speedway. My second suck pick for the Coca-Cola 600 is a driver of the 99 car for Trackhouse Racing, Daniel Suarez. Daniel Suarez has been struggling since the early portion of the year. After starting off really well, having a lot of top 15s and winning at Atlanta Motor Speedway, he has been extremely inconsistent recently and unfortunately has not had a lot of great performances. I sadly think he's not going to run well this weekend, and unfortunately the bad luck is going to continue, which is a shame because a couple years ago, Daniel Suarez was a contender. I sadly don't think he's going to have a good run, and unfortunately, I think he will struggle in this year's Coca-Cola 600 in the 99. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the Coca-Cola 600. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for the Coca-Cola 600 is a driver's 16 car for Colleague Racing, Shane Van Gisbergen. Shane Van Gisbergen is making his first mile-and-a-half start in the NASCAR Cup Series, and in the starts he's ran in Cups so far, he's generally been really impressive. Now, this is going to be much different considering it's his first mile-and-a-half Cup start, but we know that Trackhouse Racing is going to be helping on this 16 car, and I think that's going to really help SVG in a big way. While I don't expect him to go out there and contend for the win and the victory, I do believe that Shane Van Gisbergen will have a very solid performance. I think he'll easily at least get a top 20 with all the attrition coming in. I think he has a top 20 this weekend at Charlotte. My second underdog pick for the Coca-Cola 600 is a driver of the 23 car for 23XI Racing, Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace historically is very good and very strong on mile-and-a-half tracks. And last year in the Coke 600, he wasn't the fastest car, struggled early, but they made that car a lot better. He was very good in this race in 2022, and I think that Bubba Wallace will have a very solid chance and a good opportunity to contend for the victory because this is a specialty of 23XI. I think he's going to have a solid and really strong performance. And I think Bubba Wallace have a good chance and opportunity to maybe get his first win of 2024 in the crown jewel of the Coca-Cola 600. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the 2024 Coca-Cola 600. Who is my winner's pick? The driver who I'm picking to win the Coke 600 has already had a big month so far, as he will also be competing in the Indianapolis 500. I think you already know who I'm picking. I am picking the driver of the 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Kyle Larson, to win his second ever Coca-Cola 600 in his 26th career Cup Series victory. Kyle Larson has been very strong a mile-and-a-half so far in 2024. I think he's got a really good chance to win the Indy 500 as well. And if the weather can hold off for Indy, he'll be able to focus on trying to win the Coke 600 as well. I think Kyle Larson's going to have a really great chance and opportunity to get it done this year. We've seen the strength of Larson. He's been consistently the fastest guy all year. I think Kyle Larson will have a really great chance and opportunity to win the 2024 Coca-Cola 600. I think he wins his first third race of 2024. And now we're going ahead and jump on the drivers you need to watch out for this year's Coca-Cola 600. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you should watch out for in the Coca-Cola 600 is the driver of the 9 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott has been one of the most consistent drivers so far in 2024. I believe he's the only full-time driver that has not finished outside of the top 20. I think that Chase Elliott will have a really good chance to get it done. Came up third at Kansas, was solid but not great at Darlington. I think Chase Elliott will be a threat and contender to get it done this weekend. Hendrick's been really good at this track, and Chase has won here back in 2020. I think Chase Elliott will have a chance to win his first ever Coca-Cola 600. The second driver to watch out for the Coca-Cola 600 is a driver 17 car for RFK Racing, Chris Buescher. Chris Buescher has been a contender the last couple weeks to win. Finished runner-up at Kansas, was in contention to win at Darlington, and finished in third position at North Wilkesboro. I think Chris Buescher's got a really good chance to get it done. It seems like the mile-and-a-half program for RFK has gotten a lot stronger and better. I think Chris Buescher will be a solid threat and a serious contender to win the Coca-Cola 600. The third driver you should watch out for in this year's Coca-Cola 600 is the driver of the 8 car for Rich Schultz Racing, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has been hit or miss, but he's been extremely strong on the mile-and-a-half. And there's another reason you should watch, just in case things between him and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. decide to go a little bit haywire, though we don't expect much from that. I think Kyle Busch is going to have speed, though. R-Star's mile-and-a-half program has been very, very solid, and I think Kyle Busch will have a great chance and opportunity to win another Coca-Cola 600 because he won it back in 2018. The fourth driver to watch out for in this year's Coca-Cola 600 is a driver of the 1 car for Trackhouse Racing, Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain had a lot of speed at Kansas a couple weekends ago, and I feel like he's been outperforming that equipment because Trackhouse doesn't have the same pace or speed as they've had in recent years. I think Chastain is going to be a threat for the win and the victory. We saw how fast he was. I think Chastain will have a very strong and really, really great performance. I think he'll be a major threat and a serious contender to get it done. I think Chastain will be looking to get that win. I think we'll have a great chance and opportunity to win the Coca-Cola 600. And the fifth final driver I think you should watch out for in this year's Coca-Cola 600 is the driver of the 11 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin won the Coca-Cola 600 back in 2022, and I expect Denny Hamlin to be a major threat for the win. He's been extremely strong pretty much at every single track, including the mile-and-a-half, and Joe Gibbs Racing has also been very strong on these types of tracks as well. I think Denny Hamlin's going to have a really strong chance and a fantastic and great opportunity, and I do believe he'll be a serious threat and serious contender to win the 2024 Coke 600. I think he's got a great chance and a strong opportunity to win his second Coke 600 and his second in the last 3 years. So, those are my race picks for the 2024 Coca-Cola 600. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Harrison Burton, Daniel Suarez. My underdog picks are Shane Van Gisbergen and Bubba Walls. My winner's pick is Kyle Larson. And the ones to watch out for are Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, and Denny Hamlin. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the race picks video for the 2024 Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links are below that, and comment your thoughts below and your picks below for this weekend's Coca-Cola 600. Let me know your suck picks, let me know your underdog picks, let me know your winner's pick, and let me know drivers you're watching out for in this year's Coca-Cola 600. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Later today on the channel, I'm going to have the thank you video for 3,000 subscribers dropping because I did reach 3,000 today or yesterday. And then later today as well, have the paint schemes for the Coca-Cola 600. Tomorrow I'll have an Ask Her News video early in the morning, more than likely. And I will also have, of course, the Truck Series race review as well. Saturday we'll have race reviews for Xfinity. And Sunday we'll have race reviews for Cup. And if the Indy 500 happens, we'll have a race review for that. Got a ton of great NASCAR content dropping over the course of the next couple weeks that I can have you guys to check out. And just a reminder, I will be at Gateway next week. So see me at the track. Come by and say hello. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.